Hi, and welcome to Create, Automate, and Scale podcast. Tune in to this inspirational, straight to the point, relatable content for entrepreneurs to help you mastermind the everyday hassle, give you business tips, networking opportunities, shameless money talks, and scaling secrets. Created to support you, to support coaches and course creators just like you, to help you take action, stop trading dollars for hours, and explode your business. It's time to hit that six-figure and beyond. Let's go!
Hey, so happy you are here. Hi, I'm Sophie Riley and I'm your host. In this episode, we are going to talk about automations. It's absolutely amazing if you have a great business idea, a product, and a marketable audience. But just having a good product or an audience isn't enough to grow a sustainable business. Your business won't flourish if you don't have the system that allows your business to scale and really make time for the things that truly matter and time for your family. I see my business in three parts. I'm pretty sure you've heard them before: create, automate, and scale. So think about it this way. Let's take your sales system, for example. The first sales system you create has you involved at every stage. Could either be selling in ADMs, selling through sales calls, or maybe social media posts. So if you never automate a sales system and get to the automate part of this task, what happens if you take a break? What happens if you're sick? What happens if you aren't working your business? You have no new clients. So really, any automation. So really, without any automation, you have no business. You just have you. So when I say scale, I mean being able to set the foundation to enable and support the growth in your company, in your business. In other words, it means having the ability to grow without spending every second of the day thinking and working on your business and losing sleep because you're overthinking everything that you need to do the next day. A good system frees up your time and your mental freedom. And for me as an entrepreneur, it helps me to focus on the work that really moves the needle forward while increasing my productivity and minimizing problems. So think about it this way: mental freedom plus productivity equals more growth and profit. Now you might be thinking, what exactly qualifies as a system? Put simply, a system can be an email system, a place where you can schedule, send emails, as well as check, write, or delegate. A hiring system, so a process for attracting, screening, onboarding. A scheduling system is a software that allows calendar scheduling without you involved. A meeting system, so agenda creation, note-taking, clear action steps, maybe even a sales system like automating a webinar or a masterclass. As you can see, a system is something that makes a task easily executable and also easily delegated to someone on your team. So every time you create a system, you're earning back more time, and ultimately this foundation of systems will enable and support the right kind of growth in your business. A system is something that makes a task easily executable. So every time you create a system, you're earning back more time. And ultimately, this foundation of system will enable you and support the right kind of growth in your business. So now we have a good idea of what systems are, what system could be, but it's always a really big task when we want to get started. Okay, so now that you have a better idea of what systems are, what system could be, how they can help you in your business, let's get you set up with some of your own. Start by identifying and finding issues. I want you to remember that every business is different and one system or process might not be appropriate for yours. Totally okay. So what's important is to get personal with this exercise and focus on your experience. Not someone else on Instagram, but really your experience. These next few questions are going to help you narrow down and prioritize the systems to execute at this time. My first question is, identify issues that happens regularly. So for example, what is something that you do often? It could be invoicing, for example. Question number 2, identify that task that takes a lot of time. So one example of that could be client management. Identify the issues that frustrates you. An example of that could be customer support, answering emails. Question number 4, identify issues that are outside your core skill set. For example, design, funnels. And 5, which activity would you struggle to explain to someone in conversation? And question number 6, where do you feel you're losing money? Now, question 1 to 4 should produce a great starting list of potential systems. Question 5 to 6 are meant to help you prioritize the ones that are the largest risk to your time and mental freedom. So start on a few systems that are affecting your profit and time. Now I'm going to give you a pro tip here. Only create one automation at a time. Now think about it this way. If you are completely new to automation, you could automate one thing every month. And by the end of the year, you have 12 things that you have automated. And this could be a welcome sequence, a sequence after you've had an onboarding call, a sequence for invoicing, a sequence for writing your email. There could be such like a number of things that you can automate here, and one a month should definitely be a minimum for when you get started, and one is plenty. So now that you know which system to start with, let's keep going. Let's walk through a simple 5-step process so you can turn these specifically disorganized and time-consuming tasks into refined and stress-free process. All right, the first step, identify the issue and process you like to systemize. For this example, let's take an enrollment call. And let's say that after an enrollment call, you're overwhelmed. Maybe it's a problem because it's time consuming and you can't ever get through all the steps on time, which then costs you customers. It costs you money. The step 2 is outline the outcome. Describe what you want to achieve out of systemizing the process. What is the preferred outcome? Is it to reduce time? Is it so that you can delegate the task to a team member? All right, so for this example, our system post-enrollment call, the outcome is to save time, but also that no steps are missed or skipped, which also would save us money, would make us more money. Okay, step 3, list your current challenges. All right, well, the list of problems you have with your current process, is it the challenge that there isn't a process, or is it that you don't have enough team members to execute it? Perhaps the software you're currently using isn't functional, or is it that you don't have the expertise to implement the process and need to look at outsourcing the activity? So if your current problem is, again, the post-enrollment call, that are time consuming, you don't have time to get to it right away, which costs you customer, it's overwhelming, it's hard to remember to follow up with an appropriate time frame. So in this example, you're definitely missing a little bit of a software to automate that process. And yes, it can totally be automated and personalized. I could blow your mind with the things that could be automated. So we can even take it a few steps further and add the onboarding procedure, a procedure if they don't sign up at this time. And in this case, we would also go on and list all the problems in these areas. So the 4th step is to plan the process. Okay, plan exactly what the process is going to look like. A well-defined process, solve your issues sequentially. Sequentially. Such a hard word. I recommend that you write down the process by numbering each step. If it's a complicated process, perhaps use a whiteboard or post-it notes to help create the sequence. Now, I'm a huge fan of post-it notes and a big table or big wall because you can move those steps around very easily should you have forgotten a step, that type of things. I also use different type of post-it notes, different color, depending on the type of task. Because maybe I'm going to add a pink post-it notes before a task because I need to learn how to do that, or I'm missing a piece and I need to research it first. And I love the fact that it could be all over the walls. You're able to see that entire picture of the process, and this will create so much clarity for you. Step 5, execute your plan. It's not enough to have a plan. You have to take action. Now it's time to execute, and eventually that system will become a routine, and it's going to allow you to overcome what used to be a time-consuming problem. Okay, so this is called progress. What you've just done is something many entrepreneurs struggle with, and the earlier you can get good at creating the system for yourself and your business, the faster you'll be able to spend time growing your business, scaling your business. Remember this, for every minute spent systemizing, an hour more is earned. Don't get trapped in the mindless and draining busy work. Work smarter, not harder. Don't underestimate the power of system. You can systemize virtually anything in your business. Every single system has the potential to reduce your mental load, free up time, overcome hurdles, and enhance your progress. Setting up a system on the front end can take time, but in the long run, you're saving yourself hundreds of hours of frustration and stress, and it's well worth it. Now, I want to acknowledge that tech is overwhelming. As someone who loves tech, as someone who utilizes tech absolutely every single day, I am overwhelmed every single time I hop on a new piece of technology or program. Allow yourself to be overwhelmed and allow yourself to just be learning. Try things. Tech will not break. Nothing is going to explode. It is absolutely okay to test your technology, your automation, until you're satisfied with the end product. This week, I'd love to invite you to check out a really special workshop that I created called Sprint to Profit. In this workshop, you'll learn my bombastic step-by-step blueprint to a profitable business and learn how you can fast-track your success. If you love what you're hearing here on the podcast, make sure you follow Create, Automate, and Scale on your favorite listening platform and leave me a review. I'd love to hear all your thoughts and questions. Be sure to tune in next week as we talk about what you need to have a business that brings you 10K months. Make sure to check the show note for special gifts to help you create, automate, and scale. See you next week, same place, same time.